Hey, welcome to this Command Modern Air Naval Operations gameplay video. If you love modern simulations, then don't miss a minute of what's coming up. Hey, welcome. It's time to play some Command Modern Air Naval Operations. And I think we are now in part 9. This has been a very long little scenario. I can't wait to play really complicated ones one of these days. I'm not sure I'm up to it, but I'm having a good time. Okay, well, anyway, I have been away for more than a week. It's probably been 2 weeks since I played. I've been staring at this a little bit this morning, trying to get my head back into the game, and I think we're going to need to make some big changes to prepare for the terminal phases of this particular scenario. I've also had some incredibly insightful comments and at least one question that I'd like to cover to help one of the viewers. But so let's take a quick look around here, see where we are, take care of those that question and point out something that was an observation pointed out to me that it's part of the game that I haven't used properly, and then we'll get after it. But before we do, and you know what's coming now, it's the YouTube ritual here, right? If you've been listening for a minute and a half and you haven't subscribed, ask yourself why not. Please consider subscribing. Hit that subscribe button, ring that bell so you'll know when I post another video. Like the video, that helps the channel a lot. Share with your friends, that would help a bunch too. And finally, most importantly, leave me a comment because I'm old and lonely and I need someone to talk to. Anyway, so let's take a quick look. One viewer, and I wish I could remember his YouTube name now, but if he's listening, he knows I'm talking about, pointed out something that I think I read about at some point, but it just evaded me. Remember, we've had this recon guy up here, so he's taken a look at Los Rodeos Airport. Well, look at this contact report. They spotted 3 MiG-29s, 1 unknown unit, 5, count them, Su-24s, and 2 unknown units there. 5 Su-24s. This could get bloody serious, and I just want to express my thanks for pointing that out. And again, I should have written the name down. I apologize. But this is why I do enjoy, I mean, other than the social interaction that I so dearly need, I really enjoy your comments. It helps a lot. Okay, I've had another question. How do how do you make reference points relative to a particular unit? That's not exactly how it was asked, but that was the essence of it. So we'll take a look at the mission editor, which happens to be on the other monitor. And let's just pick something, ASWG Grupo Delta. All right, you can see the reference points. Once here, once here, once here, once here. And if you select one of them, it shows R, relative. And there's a reference point number, and there is what it's relative to. Well, how do you get that done? Well, let's just create a few reference points real quick. I do a control right click, define area rectangle. All right, there are, I don't think there are any other reference. Yeah, I think I deselected all my reference points. So now we've got reference points defined and selected. Now come up under mission plus reference points and say change bearing type of reference points to fixed or to rotating. So if I want those reference points to remain on a fixed bearing to a particular unit, then I can select this. If I want it to rotate with that unit, so when the unit changes course, the reference points move with it, which is what's going on here. When Grupo Delta changes course, this area stays the same relative to the group's course. So if I want to do that, let's see, let's get those things, change bearing type to rotating, and it's gonna, did we select, no, I did it wrong. I selected the wrong thing. Okay, let's try again. Oops. To rotating, and select Grupo Delta. Oh, it looks like I'm doing it wrong. Hey, wake up. It sounds like I'm doing it wrong. Okay, well, let's select Grupo Delta. And oh, I'm having a big old time here. Let's pause this thing and let me go back and sort this out. Oh, yeah, okay. I see I've had 1 cup of coffee today. Change bearing type. This is a change to make the reference. It's sitting right in front of me, and I can't figure it out. Make reference points relative to rotating bearing 2. And we find Grupo Delta, and there it is. So now when Grupo Delta changes course, these reference points will remain on that relative bearing to Grupo Delta. It'll rotate. If Grupo Delta were to change to a 270 course, then this would rotate out to here somewhere. And that's how it's done. It's really quite simple. If you want, and you can use these other ones, change bearing points to fixed, and there it is. Now they're fixed. So now they will remain at this bearing from Grupo Delta, not a relative bearing, but on that bearing to Grupo Delta. Okay, that's how it works. So let's, I don't think there are any other reference points selected. Tell you what, let's make it real simple. Let's see. I'm just trying to, okay, those, select all reference points, make sure I don't have anything else selected, and delete selected reference points, get them out of here. All right, now, what needs to be done? Well, I've done a bunch of stuff here. I've changed a lot of the aircraft that are in the air to have home base at Morone. And if we take a look at the Morone, let's make that go away. If we take a look at the Morone base, you see there's a lot going on here. This cap will be back up and running in about 40 minutes, 35, 36 minutes. I won't have any laser guided bombs ready to go for another 3 hours and change. And this Iron Hand mission and this Iron Hand mission, we went down and smacked Marrakesh, got their radar, and we got the radar at Los Rodeos over here. They're going to land, and they're 4 hours away from ready to be coming back up. So I think the thing to do, because I'm not sure that I can maintain these tanker missions for the next 5 or 6 hours. Maybe it'll work. I don't think so. We need to get the tankers back to base. We need to get everybody back to base, let them settle down. We've got a day and a half to go. And really, I think what we have to accomplish is, for sure, smacking this air base. We also have to kill these Styx batteries, which have a pretty considerable danger zone for when these guys enter. I probably can do that with the Harriers from Grupo Delta, but we got plenty of time. We could also go after them with another strike from Morone before it's all said and done. We also need to clear out these remaining surface units. This, the Galena, no, the Scirocco, I'm confused. Why is it the Scirocco over here? Oh, that's the class. Anyway, the Scirocco is going to go finish off the Najim al-Zafir. The Tramontana managed to evade, or at least I think they've evaded this set 65, and she's going to need to move off this way to find and destroy that Nanuchka. I don't know if there are more out there, but we haven't spotted them. So the submarines are busy. These submarines probably need to speed up. I don't see any reason why to keep them that slow. Um, Probably slow Grupo Alpha down, and when we get all reorganized back at Morone, we're going to launch a serious strike against Los Rodeos. We'll have harms up and running somewhere along the line, and if we can figure out what this is, we may hit it. We're going to have to figure out how to do that. Maybe approaching with Grupo Alpha, the ELIT. Well, have I got this thing right? Yep, that's right. I tell you what, sometimes you got to just change. You just got to change the map settings. There you go, Grupo Alpha. Maybe that ELIT bird, once we get close enough, will pick up on that. In fact, Control D, 110. It's a long ways. We'll just keep advancing on them. If we don't get a good lock on that radar, we can always send the harm guys over here to smack that SAM battery, although I'm not worried about that. I wish I had intelligence on Gando, but I won't be able to get it, I don't believe. And there's another radar that would probably be good to hit if we can figure out how. I think that's going to take moving Grupo Alpha down here and getting the ELIT birds up and figuring it out. Anyway, so I've been chatting for 12 minutes. We haven't done a bloody thing. So what do you say we get started? Let's get into mission editor. Tell you what, why don't you say I pause again, fix some things, and come back and tell you what I did. Okay, I've eliminated the 2 tanker missions. I've given these 2 tankers orders to return to base and told them to return to Morone as their new home base. This tanker is out of control. She's about to land, but she'll turn around pretty quick, and we're just going to send her on a ferry mission to Morone and get that squared away here shortly. This is kind of interesting. Contact report here. There's one small multi-role fighter there, which probably means there's a Mirage F1 still there. Marrakesh Iron Hand. Yep, they're good. They're heading home. What else do we need to do? We need to get here. We need to come up to periscope depth and approach that guy. This guy needs to come up to periscope depth, go to cruise, and then head in this direction. Oops. There, something like that. We'll play with it. Let's see, F2, cruise, right. I think all these guys are happy. Where's my P3? I love me some P3s. There he is. I want him to return to this flank and lay in that direction. I wish I felt better about the ASW up there. I don't, but there it is. Grupo Delta is blasting along at 12 knots. That's fine. Let's turn it on and see what happens, and we'll just deal with things as they develop. All right, Those guys are heading back. That's good. There's my eland bird. Now, I'm having a little problem with that. I would like to move him, but for some reason, eland Perejil. There it is, but I can't select the reference point. So something's gone on there, and I'm not real sure what it is. I would like him further south. In fact, I think what we should do is this. We're going to tell him to select a new home base at, let's say, Rhoda, and then we're going to tell him to RTB, and he's heading there, and then we need to kill this mission, and we'll use him when he's ready to go. All right, let's get back up here. Look at Torrejon. He's ready to go in 23 minutes. So let's select Moron, mission editor. You have to select your destination for a ferry mission. It's kind of a pain. Create new mission. Oops, I cannot type. Torrejon, Moron, tanker, ferry. It's a ferry mission. Make it active. There it is, destination Moron, one way. Come here, find yep, that's the guy, Squadron 312, number 1. It doesn't like that, but we can fix that by making a single aircraft or unticking that. That ought to work. And off we go. Now we ought to be seeing some action down here. This may not be the most exciting video. There's just not much going on unless the bad guys decide to throw some things at us. Sonoboy visibility ghosted. Are you laying down some sonoboys for me over here, Mr. P3? Well, you ought to be. Yeah, there he is. He's dropping them. You keep doing that. Goblin. That's not good. That's not good. Mark 1 eyeball. Squadron 221, number 3. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Goblin should be a submarine. They took by Squadron P3B at 136, 3.8 nautical miles. Well, where is it? Or is there another? That's number 3. That's him. All right, we need to slow things way down. I was just saying, how boring is it? There's nothing going on. And suddenly he has, but I don't see it. Goblin number 438. Well, that's interesting. Let's, he's coming about. He's acting like he sees it. Map settings. Have I got something screwed up here? Well, there's no targeting vector. All data blocks. Yeah. Oh, no, we don't want to do that. No. Where is that bad boy? I'm just maybe having problems with the. Where is he? Attack. That can't be good. Event E attack GA5. Tells me somebody has got weapons going, but I do not see. Map settings. Everything looks good. Show range symbols for all units. All contact mission plotted courses mission. I don't know what that means. Track selected unit. No, seen at 1.5 nautical miles. Oh, there it is. It's right there. False target. I wonder if it really is a false target. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? I'm not sure. I've never seen that kind of. I've never seen that before. Well, I could mark that for a false target hostile, and then we'll see if it's. Let's see how it reacts. Huh. Well, that's fascinating. I don't know why that was so hard to see. Probably because it was green in and among all the rest of this stuff. Turn him that way. And I didn't change. This guy needs to come up to cruise speed, get moving. Well, not real sure what's going on there. False target. Kick the speed up, see how they behave. It's got him interested. Clearly got him interested. Yep, manually marked as hostile. Okay. EW is ready. Move to flight deck. Okay. He's going to come back around and do what? ASW specific drop active. Sonoboy, do that. Well, doesn't seem to be particularly concerned. We're going to send that guy that way anyway. Okay, well, I guess we'll find out the hard way. Down here, we are closing out on this wounded. All right, there goes our C-130 ferry mission. They're closing in on the Najib al-Zafir. I think we also just got a cap launch. Let's go look. Right, Flight Python, Moron Cap. Let's select Moron Cap. Go away. And let's move the reference points. It's something that makes a little more sense. I got to get down in here. Whoops. There's one. Okay. Yep, there's one. Let's move that down there to get him more in position. I don't know how much this cap is actually probably becoming less than brilliant. They're barely going to get there and have to turn around. Without the tanker support, I'm not sure that was such a great idea. Well, there's one way to handle that. One way to handle that for sure. Hell, let's just leave it alone. I could cheat. I could go back 20 seconds and tell them to stay on the ground. I think the thing to do is come up here and I could delete the Maroon cap. Let's let it go for a little while. You never know, we might need it. But without the tankers out there, that's really a stretch. All right. Got a bunch of Seahawks that are going down for 2.5 hours or so. That could be dangerous. Let's take a look over here. Oh yeah, it's time. Time has come. Shift F1. Give me one weapon. And the Coupe de Weenie. I don't have to worry about that guy anymore. Now, what to do? I think we'll move him off in this direction. Make sure that he can see what's happening coming out of that base. Actually, maybe in here, maybe he can see both of them. Want to keep him up there on the surface, well, at periscope depth with his mass in the air doing the ESM thing. And we're off and running. All right. That must have really been a false target because nobody is getting anything from that. We got our cap happening. These guys are doing their thing. Let's go back and check. All right, the tankers are heading home. We're heading to base there. Aircraft, come on. Marone. There we go. All right. This cap is readying. These guys are 5 hours out. These guys are an hour or 2 hours out. And we need to kill those missions because we don't need them launching again. So back to the mission editor. Marrakesh, Iron Hand. Los Rodeos, Iron Hand. Hopefully that'll refresh them. Excellent. P3s are still doing their thing. And we've got one tanker ready, we've got another ready in 5 minutes, and one that'll be ready in 3 hours. And I think that's awesome. We will be ready. 2 tankers will be enough to get this mission off and running. Harms are another thing, but I'm not so worried about that. I want to go down there and pound that airbase. Yeah, it's going to take all of them. I was going to say maybe we could do a little bit. No, we're not going after the SSM. We're going to do that later. We're going to go down there and try to shut that base down by hitting its runways. We'll go take a look at that. To the extent that we can. Be a lot easier if I had a targeting. Runway access, runway access. Tarmac space, don't care about tarmac spaces. Runway access point. Runway's in here somewhere, guys. Avgas, control tower, tarmac. 11,135 foot air. Does it have a taxiway? We'll find out when we get the mission going, but that's going to be the deal. We're going to go try to smash that runway to keep those Su-25s under control. While we're here, let's send the Special Forces team back up there. There's probably underneath that guy, there's another SSM. We'll get them with the guys on Grupo Alpha, right? Let's look at their aircraft. Yep, we'll have, in about 2 hours, we'll have a 4-bird strike ready. They may not be in range by then, I'm not sure. Yeah, they will. They'll probably be close to being in range. But first, we got to hit this aircraft. We got to hit this. Then we can start pounding that. We can think about this later if we have the the time, nothing better to do. And really, things are just progressing with vigor. Aha. Classified as infantry. Really? You know what we really ought to do? Infantry? Ooh, that's interesting. Huh. It'd be nice if this guy could find that radar. I'll just kind of send him up into the hills here and see what happens. Infantry, that's interesting. Where's the other SSM platoon? I don't know. I know one thing. Pretty sure I don't want to go too close to that guy. Let's go that way. And then that way. All right, well, this has not been just a pile of action, but it is what's, we've really degraded N.A.I.L's forces so thoroughly that I'm not sure what's left. Let's take a look at. We've killed a Nanuchka. We've killed lots of ships. 6 Panther helicopters, 3 E2s, 2 Perrys, 3 F946, some kind of export frigates. 2 of these other frigates. We're hunting another one. 11 F-16s, 4 F-4s. The Champlain and the Newport were their amphibs. 2 Hawk batteries, or 2 Hawk launchers. 4 MiG-25s, 3 MiG-29s, 6 F-1s, 12 Mirage F-1s, 3 radars, 2 submarines. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if there's a third or fourth out there. SA-3s, SA-7s, Sea Kings, SH-2s, and these are all part of the radar bases that we've smacked. What they got left, I don't know. They clearly have aircraft left here and here. We've got that guy. We ought to be able to spot anybody else with our airborne early warning and surface search. So it's coming together. But I'm not sure how much longer. I'll just run this a bit more. But that guy's happy. This guy is, I just don't think there really was a submarine there. All right, we'll send him off that way and let him do the ASW thing. Contact Mobile 520 has been lost. Yeah, these guys move along quite nicely, don't they? How did we lose track of that other SSM? There were 2. Now there are 1. And I don't think we're going to intercept that guy at that speed and that course. Now that'll help. Yep, okay, that's fine. Those are ASW patrols. Man, that guy moves right along, doesn't he? 5 knots on foot. That's humping. Oh, okay. Those guys are probably RTB. Yes, they are. Morone. And we're down to 36 minutes before they're ready to go. Time's been just clicking right along. So let's select those two reference points. And let's do a little measurement to make sure that I'm not out of my mind. Control D from there to there, 263 miles. They refuel there. They should be able to get to here. Aircraft at Marone. We can put a 2-tanker mission up right now. Mission editor. Create new mission. Marone. Tankers. Support mission active. Him and him. And that looks good. We've got Cap that should be launching out of Marone to cover them. So I can get selected. Yeah, these guys will be launching in just a few minutes. That's good. Okay. Well, let's keep going. Whoa. What did you spot? Hey, there's an SSM platoon somewhere in here. Okay. Doesn't look like we're going to find. There they are. What is that? There's that SSM platoon. Go find him. All right, has that tanker mission launched? Yes, yes. There they are. All right, we're going to let them get out there on station. Let us dummy up a mission out of Marone. Mission editor. What is that? Los Rodeos? Yep. Create new mission. Los Rodeos. Runway. It's a strike. Land strike. Let's make it inactive. Let's oh, these guys are not ready. Could have swore they were ready. Maybe they're not quite ready. Ah, yeah, they aren't quite ready. But we can still assign them, I do believe. So back into mission editor, Los Rodeos. We're at 27. Yep, I want this guy. This guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. And I think that's all my paved way armed birds. It's going to freak out because it's an odd number. We're going to tell it to don't enforce that. We're going to tell it to use mission MCON for the whole flight plan. I will change that. Where's the tanking? Tanking, come on. Tankers, allow. And mission doctrine. Rules of engagement, don't care. Ignore MCON monitor attack. Duh. Our operations. That's not what I'm looking for. We may just have to con settings. Yeah, here we go. Active. I don't think they have any offensive ECM, but I want them using radars when they get off the ground. All right, let's get going again. We want this guy on station before we launch. Goblin. Uh-oh. Did we actually find that guy with our submarine? Who found him? S-63. Oh, goodness. Look at that. And people are already excited about it. Not him, though. Not him. Where is the P3? All right, I want you pointed straight at him, since that appears to be a convergence zone contact. Nope. Well, I've got to find a P3 in here somewhere. Not him. Not him. He's on him. Let's go. This is getting more interesting by the minute. I guess deciding to send that submarine over in that direction was a good idea. Unconscious competence. Oh, they've got him. They know all about it. The game just likes to seize up. There we go. Got helicopters. It's positively identified, determined as hostile by S-63 Mariposa. Outstanding. Go get them, boys. Yeah, this is where it's at. This is so much fun. Hey, we going to get you. We going to get you. I think so. And down to 1 second. So Mark 46 near tip in the water. Somebody needs a screenshot. Oops, that's not going to work. Let's try that again. Screenshot. And thump. Rooney. Yeah. All right, let's back out of here. Let's take a quick look at what's going on. Tankers are heading in. Those guys are doing their thing. Need to pause this and catch the phone that won't stop ringing. Okay, and we were looking at this. We're still hours away for this. Well, we're minutes away for these guys being ready. They'll be ready before that tanker is on station. I think what we'll do, we got 43 minutes in. There's been a lot of talk and a lot of thinking about what's going to happen soon. But I think we've run our course here. I'd like to go ahead and put a cut in this. Come back and see how the strike at Los Rodeos turns out. See you again soon. Hey, thanks for watching. If you click on that picture of very young Waz, you'll be subscribed so you'll never miss another video. Then click on that bell notification button and please share and comment. See you again soon.